To the town of our Fria rode a stranger one fine day. Hardly spoke to folks around him, didn't have too much to say. No one dared to ask his business, no one dared to make a slip. The stranger there among them had a big iron on his hip, big iron on his hip. It was early in the morning when he rode into the town. He came riding from the south side, slowly looking all around. He's an outlaw, loose and running, came the whisper from each lip, and he's here to do some business with a big iron on his hip, big iron on his hip. In this town there lived an outlaw by the name of Texas Red. Many men had tried to take him, and that many men were dead. He was vicious and a killer, though a youth of 24, and the notches on his pistol numbered 1 in 19 more, 1 in 19 more. Now the stranger started talking, made it plain to folks around. Was an Arizona ranger, wouldn't be too long in town. He came here to take an outlaw back alive or maybe dead, and he said it didn't matter, he was after Texas Red, after Texas Red. Wasn't long before the story was relayed to Texas Red. But the outlaw didn't worry, men that tried before were dead. 20 men had tried to take him, 20 men had made a slip. 21 would be the ranger with the big iron on his hip, big iron on his hip. The morning passed so quickly, it was time for them to meet. It was 20 past 11 when they walked out in the street. Folks were watching from the windows, everybody held their breath. They knew this handsome ranger was about to meet his death, about to meet his death. There was 40 feet between them when they stopped to make their play. And the swiftness of the ranger is still talked about today. Texas Red had not cleared leather for a bullet fairly ripped, and the ranger's aim was deadly with the big iron on his hip, big iron on his hip. It was over in a moment and the folks had gathered round. There before them lay the body of the outlaw on the ground. Oh, he might have went on living, but he made one fatal slip when he tried to match the ranger with the big iron on his hip, big iron on his hip. Big iron, big iron, when he tried to match the ranger with the big iron on his hip, big iron on his hip.
No stranger to pain, these hands they bring a curse. Many try to slay me, but these pistols take them first. These ghosts they try to haunt me, but I drown them all away. See, I was born a drifter with a bounty on my name, and I'm praying that these angels, Lord, they carry me above. But the battles that I'm facing got me running out of love. Let the Bible that I'm holding keep the darkness from my soul, 'cause the nights are getting colder and the running takes a toll. I'll keep riding till the angels take me home. I'll keep fighting for the ones already gone. I'd like to change my ways and turn from all I've done. I can hear the devil laughing, but I'm chained to the way of the gun. It burns in the veins like fire from below. All I hear is silence when the vengeance takes a hold, and it stings like a dagger when the lead hits your skin. Like venom from a rattlesnake, it poisons from within. And you feel it getting darker like the sun has gone away. All you'll taste is metal as the pale sets on your face. I'm married to these colts and the wicked web they weave, tortured by the tears from all the widows that they leave. I'll keep riding till the angels take me home. I'll keep fighting for the ones already gone. I'd like to change my ways and turn from all I've done. I can hear the devil laughing, but I'm chained to the way of the gun. Say that all the deeds I've done will damn my weary soul. But when it's time to settle up, only God can judge me. I'll keep riding till the angels take me home. I'll keep fighting for the ones already gone. I'd like to change my ways and turn from all I've done. I can hear the devil laughing, but I'm chained to the way of the gun. It's the way of the gun. I'm born to slay the wicked and this job is never done. Yeah, I'm on the wrong side of the law, but I ain't no devil's son. No.
I rode out of Amarillo, headed west across the plains. Two men who had challenged me in the dusty street they lay. They said they'd come to gun me. I said they didn't have to die. They said they'd take and pay to kill the fastest gun alive. No rest since killing the gunman who'd been sent to take my land. Now hunted for a bounty posted by a greedy man. Death and loathing follow me no matter where I ride. 10 years ago I'd earned the name the fastest gun alive. Riding lonely places to avoid passers-by. I didn't think I'd see a soul, but a shadow caught my eye. Surrounded by miles of nothing, she lay there in the sand. What was a girl doing in this barren, wasted land? Startled when she saw me, the lass was so afraid. Was I sent to take her back until her father paid? I'm looking for work, I told her true, perhaps on a cattle drive, but told her not my name or fame as the fastest gun alive. Taken for a ransom, but in the night it slipped away. Now the sun was rising and they'd find her in the day. I told her not to worry, I'd help and we should go. I pulled her up behind me and through the dawn we rode. Traveling o'er the prairie, she told me of her story. Their ranch is the largest in the territory. Riding all the day, making camp late at night. I let her sleep, not stirring her until the sun was bright. 3 lawless men stepped from the brush and said she shouldn't run. Now they just take her back and kill her friend for fun. She stays as I no more. Will you kidnap or connive? They lay still, they touch their guns against the fastest gun alive. We rode all day and night, bound to reach her home. I prayed to God someday to settle and not roam. Late with shadows dark around is when we arrived, but fiends waited in the night to kill the fastest gun alive. Dismounting to help her down, my foot just touched the ground. A shot in the dark struck me low, spinning me around. Both bolts sprang to my hands, no cape tip would survive, even if they too would kill the fastest gun alive. Darkness filled with pistol smoke and lightning all around. I was hit but couldn't quit till all the knaves were down. The night suddenly silent, I did my best to survive. My strength's fading fast, I'll breathe my last as the fastest gun alive. An angel's voice, I opened my eyes and looking all around. The girl I'd saved has now saved me and all my wounds were bound. I mended fast and church bells rang, but did not give her my name. The one I gave was new to me and without any fame. All my prayers are answered for the life that I prayed. In the graveyard there's a headstone, but nobody's in the grave. But when a mortal sees a stone, that's not what they derive. My name's there and it's carved, it was the fastest gun alive. There's my old name and it's carved, he was the fastest gun alive.
I rode into a frightened town. I could feel it in the air. On the faces of the people was the blankness of despair. I'd ridden hard to reach this town. I thought that it might be a place where I could settle down, where no one knew of me. I rode by the nervous townfolk who were standing in the sun. I smiled at them, but in return they kept staring at my gun. The old familiar sickness started churning up inside. Now they'd ask if it was true that 13 men had died. First would come the curious, and then the would-be brave, to try for a reputation or a senseless early grave. But no, these folks, they welcomed me like I was their old friend. Could be that here was peace at last, that I'd reached my journey's end. But hope died quickly as they spoke. I chilled in the sweltering sun. To them I wasn't friend or foe, just a fast and deadly gun. They wanted me to kill again, to save the town, they said. I told them that I'd fight no more. Too many men were dead. But even as I turned away, there came riding down the street as bad a pair of gunmen as a man would ever meet. I said, "Dear Lord, please help this town and those who soon will die." But this was none of my concern. I watched them ride on by. I got a room and locked the door, and I fell asleep at last, wondering if there was a lawman, hoping his gun was fast. Then I came to my feet with gun in hand to the sound of a six-gun's roar. There were frantic footsteps in the hall and a pounding at my door. "If there's any mercy in your heart, please help us now," they cried. "The sheriff's hurt, 2 men are down, a little child has died." Just one last time I'd have to fight, then I'd be one of them. I'd found a home at last. I'd be like other men. My gun felt strange, my heart was light as I faced them in the street. I even smiled as they went down and lay dying at my feet. The blood was running from my wounds as I was sinking to the ground. But my newfound friends would care for me. You see, I'd found my town. Before my wounds had time to heal, they all had lost their fear. I asked about my newfound friends, not a one of them came near. Then a spokesman came to me. He said, "Speaking for the town, we're grateful for the help you gave. We just don't want your kind around." Then, with a deeper wound inside than a bullet ever made, I rode away with a darker past. I even tried to pray, for fate was moving me again as a blood-red sun went down, with a few more scars down an endless road to another frightened town.
Frightened town, frightened town, frightened town.
Yippee-yi-yi, yippee-yi-oh, Ghost riders in the sky. An old cowboy went riding out one dark and windy day. Upon a ridge he rested as he went along his way, when all at once a mighty bunch of red-eyed cows he saw plowing through the ragged skies and up a cloudy draw. Yippee-yi-yi, yippee-yi-oh, Ghost riders in the sky. Brands were still on fire and their hoofs were made of steel. Their horns were black and shiny and their hot breath he could feel. A bolt of fear went through him as they thundered through the sky. He saw the riders coming hard, and he heard their mournful cry. Yippee-yi-yi, Ghost riders in the sky. Their Their faces gaunt, their eyes were blurred, their shirts all soaked with sweat. They're riding hard to catch that herd, but they ain't caught 'em yet. 'Cause you gotta ride forever on that range up in the sky, on horses snorting fire. As they ride on, hear the cry, yippee-yi-yi, yippee-yi-oh. Ghost riders in the sky. As the riders went on by him, he heard one call his name. Yippee-yi-yi. If you want to save your soul from ever riding on our range, then cowboy, change your way today, or with it you will ride, trying to catch the devil's hood across the endless skies. Yippee-yi-yi, yippee-yi-oh. Ghost riders in the sky. Ghost riders in the sky.
The wagon train will have rolled along, wheels are creaking and singing a song of a land of freedom lying ahead. And all of a sudden a little boy said, "Look at all those pretty horses." In sharp silhouette against the sun, the wagon masters saw them run their ponies from the shadowed dale to the high ground flank on the Oregon Trail. All those pretty horses. As the young lad's voice cut through the air, his father shouted, "Careful there! Son, get down to the wagon bed, and don't you dare to raise your head to look at all those pretty horses." The wagons made a circle round, and then they heard that fearful sound. Someone cried to the Brûlé Sioux, "They're circling round by the Little Blue on all those pretty horses." With lances high and carbines flashing, the Indians sent their ponies crashing against the guns of the wagon band, and the blood spilled over the prairie land and over all those pretty horses. The next day, as the sun climbed high, a buzzard soared in the blazing sky, and far below, the boy did stare in silent horror. He did stare at all those pretty horses. When the soldiers came and found him there, his head still bowed in dark despair, his lips were cold, his face was gray, and in the silence they heard him say, "They were such pretty horses."
The desert winds are howling, and it's cold out here at night. But I gotta keep a-moving, or stand and make my fight. 'Cause there's 19 men a-chasing me, and my pony's getting tired. I killed a man in Laramie for calling me a liar. Got a fresh horse and some water from a woman down the line. She was the kind of woman I'd like to have for mine. But there's 19 men camped out back there waiting up the night. They think they're gonna catch me as soon as it comes light. I keep thinking about the man I killed and how he said I lied. Some folks said that I done right, but the law was on his side. Now there's 19 men full of fear and hate a-coming up the hill. They don't care for the man I killed, they're looking for blood to spill. Winds are getting stronger now. I think I've lost my way, for the sand and dust is everywhere. Guess now I'd better pray, for those 19 men will catch me. I must find a place to hide. I told the Lord above me, they won't take me alive. They won't take me alive. No, they won't take me alive. No, they won't take me alive. No, they
North of the border of old Mexico, I rode one day to the cow town of San Angelo. A hot sun was glowing, a warm wind was blowing, still not as warm as the lips that I waited to kiss. Cheeks that put blushing red roses to shame, lips that were fresher than flowers when kissed by the rain. Dark eyes that sparkled much brighter than diamonds. She was a beauty, Socorro was my lover's name. I met her down in Laredo. Everyone there in this border town called her the Rose. Mexican cowboys drank to Socorro. Everyone loved her, but I was the one that she chose. An outlaw above all the rest. Now my heart beats so madly. Soon she will be at my side. She sent a message a long time ago. Socorro had promised to meet me in San Angelo. I was aware of the chance I was taking. I was an outlaw, but great was my love for this girl. I must be with her, I can't stay away. Nights spent without her are lonely, and so are the days. If it means death, then I'll have to chance it. Only a few moments more and she'll be in my arms. At 10 o'clock in the morning, I tied my horse and I started to walk down the street. Where was Socorro? Had she forgotten? This was the day and the hour that she wanted to meet. But something is wrong with our plans, and I fear death awaits me. Here on this hot, dusty street. Up on a housetop, but still I can see there hides a man with a rifle that's pointed at me. I might escape from the man with the rifle, but there are others just like him that I cannot see. Back of each window the click of a gun. Die if I stay, and my love for her won't let me run. Where is Socorro? Will my eyes see her? Then in a moment she runs from a door down the street. Up on your horse she is crying. Ride out of town, it's a trap and they're waiting for you. But if I ride out, she must ride with me. Then in a moment I know that our chances are gone. For a bullet is well on its way, and it finds my Socorro. She dies as she falls in my arms. Tears dim my vision, but plainly I see the ranger that killed her is standing there waiting for me. I walk to meet him, my one thought is beat him. He deserves death, and I swear that this ranger will die. I beat his straw and I shot him 6 times just as fast as the bullets would fly. My gun is empty, or more I would shoot him. Now there are others just like him that want me to die. Their bullets are coming my way. How they hurt when they hit me. The pain makes me fall to the ground. Gone is my strength, just the will left to fight. I hear the sound of the lead as it robs me of life. If I must die, let me find Socorro. Let me hold on to her hand for the few moments left. Blindly I search and it isn't in vain. I touch the soft velvet hand and it eases the pain. Life is no more, but we're together. Even in death she's my lover. It's over. Goodbye.
The moon shone down with an eerie light and cast its beam on the lonely night. Shadows danced, a fluttering breeze stirred dead branches in the trees. The land lay waste, a chill in the air was proof that disaster had struck there. The moaning wind and the glistening snow seemed to whisper, Geronimo.
Geronimo.
A train of settlers left one day from somewhere way back east, they say, a song in their hearts and hopes unfurled to build a life in the western world. Husbands, wives, kids by the score, smiling faces, dreams galore. Future bright, but soon they'd know the ominous name, Geronimo. Storm clouds gathered a few weeks out, and then came a spell of want and drought. Sick with fear, they lost their way. On their knees, they began to pray. And prayers were answered. A guiding hand showed the way to the promised land. The wind moaned to let them know of the man who was known as Geronimo.
Geronimo. Geronimo.
A curl of smoke on a distant hill, a sign of peril ignored until they suddenly saw with gasping breath their doom was sealed by the hand of death. For there on a stallion sat their fate, filled with a deadly savage hate, decked in war paint all aglow, the warrior chief, Geronimo. The settlers' wagons were wrecked and burnt. Men were killed wherever they turned. Nary a woman or child was spared. Those alive stood shocked and scared. The nation mourned this carnage act, could hardly believe the terrible fact that tomahawk swinging, arrow and bow was the work of a man called Geronimo. He appeared one day at the stockade door, finally brought before the law to stand his trial. The verdict he got, come the sunrise, he'd be shot. The same moon shines on the lonely night, and now it shines with a peaceful light. But should you listen to the falling snow, you can hear it murmur, Geronimo. Geronimo.
I rode out of Kansas City, going south to Mexico. I was running, dodging danger, left the girl that I loved so. Far behind lay Kansas City and the past that I had earned. 20 notches on my 6-gun mark, the lessons I had learned. Many times I sold my fast gun for a place to lay my head, till the nights began to haunt me by the men that I left dead. Couldn't stand it any longer with this life that I'd begun, so I said goodbye to Teeny and became a running gun. I rode into Amarillo as the sun sank in the west, my thoughts in Kansas City and the girl that I love best. As I smiled and kissed her gently and then turned away to go, said I'd send for her to meet me when I'd reached old Mexico. I had barely left the saddle and my foot just touched the ground, when a cold voice from the shadows told me not to turn around. Said he knew about my fast gun, knew the price paid by the law, challenged by a bounty hunter, so I turned around to draw. I knew someday I'd meet him, for his hand like lightning flashed, my own gun stood in leather as his bullet tore its path. As my strength was slowly fading, I could see him walk away, and I knew that where I lie tonight, he too must lie someday. Now the crowd is slowly gathering, but my eyes are growing dim, and my thoughts return to Jeannie and the home that we had planned. Oh, please tell her, won't you, mister, that she's still the only one, but a woman's love is wasted when she loves a running gun. Run and gun, run and gun.
The old gunfighter stood on the porch and stared into the sun. and relived all the old days back when he was living by the gun. When deadly games of pride were played and living was mistakes not made, and the thought of the smell of the black powder smoke and the stand in the street at the turn of a joke, the thought of the smell of the black powder smoke and the stand in the street at the turn of a joke. And it's always keep you back to the sun, and you can almost feel the weight of that gun. It's faster than snakes or the blink of an eye, and it's a time for all slow men to die. His eyes get squinty and he's straight as a log as he empties his gun at the dirty dog. And he's hit by the smell of the black powder smoke and the stand in the street at the turn of a joke. Hit by the smell of the black powder smoke and the stand in the street at the turn of a joke. Now the burn of a bullet is only a scar, and he's back in his chair in front of the bar. And the streets are empty and the blood's all dry, the dead are dust and the whiskey's inside. So buy him a drink and lend him an ear. He's nobody's fool and he's the only one here who remembers the smell of the black powder smoke and the stand in the street at the turn of a joke. Remembers the smell of the black powder smoke and the stand in the street at the turn of a joke. Said I stood in that street before it was paved. I learned to shoot or be shot before I could shave. And I did it all for the money and the fame. Noble was nothing but feeling no shame, and nothing was sacred but staying alive. And all that I learned from a Colt 45 was to cuss the smell of the black powder smoke and the stand in the street at the turn of a joke. Cuss the smell of the black powder smoke and the stand in the street at the turn of a joke. Now he's just an old man that nobody believes, says he's a gunfighter, the last of his breed. And there's ghosts in the streets seeking revenge, calling him out to the lunatic fringe. He's out in the traffic now checking the sun, and he's killed by a car as he goes for his gun. So much for the smell of the black powder smoke and the stand in the street at the turn of a joke. So much for the smell of the black powder smoke and the stand in the street at the turn of a joke.